They say they need babies, and black men tend to make a lot of them.
I literally had a guy in the club come up to me and he was like, "Are your nipples black?"
Is it just me, or does it seem like the women are complaining while the men are having an amazing time over there? Is that just me? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. I'm Mr. Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
This video is titled, "Attention All Black Men, Japan Needs You." My brothers, Japan needs you to save the day. Yes, you. Yes, you. You are the chosen one for this mission. So the actual caption of this video is, Japan is desperately in need of black men to have more babies. Are you up for the challenge? Is number one. I'm a bit skeptical at the validity of this request, just because it is Tasha K here who's spreading the word and going viral about this actual news on TikTok. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth yourself. Of course, I'm curious to know, how ready are you? Some of you don't even need to hear the rest of this video. You're packing your bags right now. Slow down, brother.
Put that coffee down.
Let's listen. Let's get more information first, man. This might be a trap. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Black men, Japan needs you. Japan is calling specifically for black men. I know you are saying why, Tasha. They say they need babies, and black men tend to make a lot of them. After South Korea proposed last week $75,000 per baby that a family has, Japan is in desperate need. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about the way she said that. That seemed kind of like a shot. How are we feeling about that?
And they are calling all black men, specifically immigrants, to come and impregnate their women so that they can save their dying population.
Specifically immigrants, and you're trying to put the black men and trying to say we're good at making babies. I don't know. Sounds like a backhanded compliment to me, but let's keep listening, man. Let me not get caught up.
I don't understand, because, black men were once and still is on the inner side of the line, which means their lives. I mean, what are you going to guarantee us if we send our men over there to help save you? Could you imagine? Think about this. After everything they put us through, everything, y'all trying to take these men out. Now you need them to repopulate the earth? The United States is responsible for what's going on over there in Japan. Why should we be held responsible? And get this, they ain't even paying no money to do it. They're just saying, please, black men, immigrants, please come have babies without women. Here's the thing.
Sounds tempting, guys. I know it sounds tempting. You gonna go? You gonna go? All right. I know I can't stop some of you guys. Some of you guys didn't even finish the video. You're doing your own research. Slow down. You're doing your own research.
We're gonna need to run some tests, because it could be from what happened years ago as to why their population is down. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's still in the soil. It's still in the air. You already know what I'm talking about. What's that white man name that thought it was a genius idea to create the biggest bullet in the world? Oppenheimer. Yeah, that's his name. So why is it?
Great movie, by the way. Great movie. I don't know how we went from busting cheeks in Japan to Oppenheimer. Cinematography, not talking about the actual event historically, difficult time, but great movie. A lot of people didn't like that movie. Let's keep listening.
That, y'all called them this, y'all called them that, you inflated and you did this, and now you ain't calling for white people. You ain't calling back. You calling for to come save your community. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to start me a negotiation firm over there in Asia and stuff. And I'm going to have black men come breed with them, but they're going to get benefits. They're going to get lifetime protection from any type of child support if they decide to leave and don't want to stay in these here countries. They're going to be set for life, which means anything that these kids bring, it is going to come back directly to the black family, which means if I send Sheck over there to breed, right? Let's just say hypothetically I sent him over there on a contract breeding, anything that these kids inherit is going to come back to us. The same way they do it with these.
I think that's her husband she's talking about.
We used to be slaves on this land out here, and anything that we work, you know what I'm saying? they own and went back to their family, we gonna start sending it back to Africa, back to the black families. That's the type of contract I need if you need the sperm. Because this one ain't dying. We gonna get our kickbacks out of here. Moving on.
All right, gentlemen, that's it. So, hypothetically speaking, I just got to know. If this is a real thing, are you going out there? What would it take for you to go help out the people in Japan, sort out what sounds like, to me, a population decline problem? Let's check out some of these comments, see what other people had to say. First comment here says, my wife don't want to let me go. That's too bad. Somebody else here says, Nick Cannon got this 100%. Brock can represent the entire black men in the world on this. This is true. This is true. Somebody else here says, somebody tag Nick Cannon. Somebody else here added, this gentleman says, heading to Japan next month. His mind has already been made. He will not be stopped. Somebody else here says, Japanese women kind of skinny. Not enough thickness for a man right here. Is that a problem? Is that a problem for you? It's not for this man who says, I'm at the airport right now. We've got somebody else here who says, yes. Surprised emoji. He's surprised because he can't believe his ears. I will go. I will represent my country, Jamaica. We've got another black man here who says, Uganda, I will not disappoint you, my people. Somebody else here added, I'm looking for my passport as we speak. These guys are getting ready because it sounds like you're not going to deal with the bullshit you deal with here if they set something like that up. If they set something like that up here in the US, it's a trap for you to be in debt for the rest of your life, because that child support would be crazy. Imagine that. Somebody else here says, you lost me with no money. And I decided to go online first because that first comment she made about, oh, black men are great at making babies. I was like, hold on. Let's really think about this. Just in America alone, if we look at percentages of births, the false narrative is the black men are out here just producing child after child after child. But when you look at the actual stats, you'll see that we are beat and actually come in third place. First place are white people, a little bit over 51%. Next, you have the Hispanic community, 23%, right, of births, live births in the US. And this data is from 2020 to 2022. And then you have people who identify as black, making up 14.5%. There's that. But back to Japan. Because let's be honest, some men are excited with the possibility of helping Japan fix its population issue. And they do have a population problem. The first famous mainstream person to actually point that out was Elon Musk, who tweeted, Japan will disappear if something doesn't change. And of course, he's talking about the birth rate that hit an all-time low. And if you do some simple research, you'll find that Japan has officially entered an era of full-fledged population decline. They're in trouble. And they predict that if current trends actually remain and keep up going the way that they're going, the nation's population is expected to decline by about half, from 124 million in 2023, that year just passed, to 63 million by 2100, with the majority making up the marriageable age in Japan decreasing significantly. Now, you might be asking, what led to all this? Well, before this actual inevitable problem, Japan had very, very strict immigrant laws, which they said they had to preserve their culture. If you hear a lot of people talk about Japan, they talk about how a lot of it has preserved their culture, but they've done that a lot by keeping their immigration laws very, very strict, which unfortunately contributed to the situation that they're in now. But what I thought would be interesting, nevertheless, was if I found a video that talked about what it's like to be black and dating in Japan, just for the entertainment factor in this whole thing, because I think that's actually a very interesting topic. You can go check out this guy's YouTube channel where this video comes from that I'll be reacting to. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name here. I'm just going to spell it for you, and I'm going to have it appear on screen. It's Jesseogn. Gestion. I guess I know I butchered that, but my name is not easy to pronounce either, so I understand. What's dating like for black people in Japan? No more wasting time. Let's get it.
If you're a loser back home, you can come here and find someone who actually thinks you're cool.
I literally had a guy in the club come up to me and he was like, "Are your nipples black?"
Because I wanted him to like choke me.
Okay.
Like
Being black in general can come with its own set of unique problems. But when it comes to Japan and its homogenous culture, what is it like to be black in the dating
I wanted him to choke me, she says.
scene here? Make sure to check out my Instagram at Jesse Ojin and my YouTube membership. Now, let's get to the video.
Jesse Ojin.
So what's your name, where you're from, and how long have you been in Japan for?
My name is Morgan. I've been in Japan for a year and a half, and I'm from the United States, specifically Alabama.
I'm from London. I lived in Japan in the past for a year, but I'm just visiting this time.
My name is Michael Denge, 23 years old. I'm from Yaoundé, Cameroon, and I've been in Japan for about 16 years now.
my name is Cameron. I'm from Georgia in the USA, and I've been in Japan for 4 years.
So have you ever been on a date with a Japanese guy?
I have. It was very interesting. I mean, I think that planning-wise, I gotta hand it to them. They do put some thought into the date. They'll pick some place like Shibuya, Shinjuku, or whatever. They'll take you around for a little bit. It's cool. That's nice. And then it gets to the conversation. As a very specific type of black person, I'm black, I'm from America, and I'm from the South. My humor, the way I talk, the stuff I laugh at is so different.
How was it like going on a date with Japanese girls?
There was a bit of tension, kind of like break the ice. Like I try not to like hold my personality back too much because, you know, people out here are a bit timid.
I left 19 years of religion to be with this girl, the first girl that was willing to have with me. We went to a language exchange, kind of like an event together. And she started acting really weird. You know, I was mingling with people and, you know, I wanted to introduce, she wanted to work on her English. She was
I really like how they have both men and women given their experience of dating in Japan as black people.
already pretty fluent, but she wanted to just get over some social anxiety and just, you know, so I was helping her. And I was introducing myself, introducing my girlfriend, and then she went to the toilet and she didn't come out for like 20, 30 minutes. Well, when she came out, she was just like, I'm going home. Okay. Is everything okay? And she was just like, yeah, I'm just going home. It's okay. Gosh. Okay. At this point, I still don't know what's going on. Right. So I was walking her back to the station, and obviously me being a young guy who just wanted to make the relationship work, I was just like, you know, what did I do wrong? I'm sorry. Did I do anything wrong? Please tell me. And she was just like, you know, you don't want to talk to a weirdo like me. I'd used the word weirdo when I was talking to someone, and she seemed to be like self-deprecating herself. Who said you were a weirdo? She's just like, no, you don't want to talk to a psycho like me. I realized, wait, I did say the word psycho earlier today when talking to someone else, and I was just like, did she think that maybe I was talking about her? We got onto the train. She just went completely normal, and she was just like, yeah, so these friends that we were supposed to.
What? This man sounds like he was dealing with a chick who wasn't really all the way there.
But I just cancelled on. Where did you meet them? You know, are they? What's their names? I don't understand. She still hasn't told me what the problem was, why she was angry, and why she's gone back to normal. And she tried to give me a kiss, and I kind of flinched a little bit because I was upset with everything that happened. And she's just like, what, you're not going to give me a kiss? You know, I don't want to give you a kiss because I still don't understand what's going on. And then she's just like, okay, well, see you soon, bye. And that was the last time I ever saw her.
I went on a date with this pro jiu-jitsu fighter. He just kind of had like a bunch of people on his roster, mainly like foreigners.
I hear the Gaikokujin Hunter.
Yeah, I think he was maybe one of those, but like he took me to his like jiu-jitsu gym or something.
For a first date?
Yeah, and then we like sat there while I saw them wrestle and be sweaty. It was very weird. I went on a second date.
You went on a second date?
Yeah, because I wanted him to like choke me.
Okay.
Like, I wanted to see if he could like do like a move on me. Like I used to do like karate. I wanted to see if he could try to do that. But then he pulled out his phone and then started texting my friend. He was like, when are we gonna go on a date?
Damn.
Like he sent that.
While he was with you.
Yeah. And then he said to me like, oh, maybe we should go like head home. Like, wow.
How is it like being black and dating here in Japan?
A lot of my friends tell me it's easier for me to date out here because they say that a lot of Japanese girls, they find black guys cool. Well, from my experience, it's been easy dating out here. Because I had dreads at the time, and people would tell me they just like the way I rocked it.
I believe this guy right here too is married. You find out later at the end of the video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. You guys can go check out his channel and watch the whole thing.
They would just tell me like, you're like a guy like that could dance pretty much hip hop,
I hate saying this, but if you're a black person, I feel like it's different than if you're maybe white or like mixed or anything else.
How so?
Some people have to be open-minded to like date you. At least that's what I've noticed.
Being black and dating here in Japan, I don't know why people say that, it's impossible for a black guy, they don't like them. There will always be someone here for you. They might not be with you for the right reasons. I mean, if you're not a weirdo, if you're not a creep, if you're, you know, a decent guy, you don't even need to be a decent guy. There's always going to be a Caucasian hunter.
Caucasian hunter.
There's always, if you go to Roppongi, they'll just show them your skin color, show them the fact that you are black, and they'll be like, okay, this is the aesthetic I like.
First, it was a mix of guys being like, I've never.
Hold on. Is it just me, or does it seem like the women are complaining while the men are having an amazing time over there? Is that just me?
Dealt with chocolate before. Yes, chocolate. A bunch of guys called me chocolate, but apparently that happens to a lot of girls. One Japanese dude actually told me, I thought that black women were more sexual. Like, you guys always want. Who told you that? And he was like, because when I said, oh, I want a relationship, he was like, relationship? You do? I thought you wanted. And it's like, wow. When did I give that indication?
Might that have something to do with pop culture painting a lot of black women in a particular image? Is in the imagery they see from the West is of the women twerking, you know, the sexy reds, and black women being hypersexualized. When we know that's not the truth when you're out here dating, but it's the image that's pumped out. Does that affect black women negatively in other countries? What do you think? Because if you say it does, most black women will argue that fact, and then they'll go to other countries like this and probably still complain. I just think it's crazy.
Skin. You want, right? Like, the stuff that's been told to me or asked to me, like, I literally had a guy in the club come up to me and he was like, are your black?
A lot of people from the US or other countries, they come to Japan just to find a girl, right?
Yes.
Does that actually exist here in Japan?
It exists in the sense that Japanese people are more accepting of social rejects, which means that if you're a loser back home, you can come here and find someone who actually thinks you're cool. Doesn't mean that they all think you're cool.
Yeah. But like
and you're probably not going to be cool, but you're more likely to find someone, you know what, you're British, I like Harry Potter, let's go out on a date. Whereas that's not really going to happen in the UK if you're not really popular. So definitely easier to appeal to them simply because you are different. Oh,
interesting. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Because of their strict immigration laws, they probably don't have a lot of foreigners there, thus making the foreigners they do have there living there very rare, and they probably stand out as unique. Guys, listen, of course, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.